Alright, thanks for tuning into this video. What this video is the patch just came out. The new Spectator mode is completely live and we're just jumping into this game. This is your caster and bringing of your video provider, whatever you want to call it, Azel. And what really this is about is I wanted to see what directed camera was like and how effective it was. So this game just about started. We're about 1 minute 50 seconds in. And really, I'm just gonna keep directed camera on and we're gonna see what it catches, because Freak really emphasized how good directed camera was. Now I understand we're not going into this with it's gonna be perfect expectations, but I'm gonna try to cast this game purely from the directed camera. So Swain, middle lane, trying to get some farm going, hopping up top lane. Shaco's going in on Riven, gets the bear stun off. The Jack in the Box goes down, but Riven is going to be able to juke away from the Jack in the Box before it can go off, get the fear off, and good escape by Riven. We can see Riven has heal and ignite, so the Taric stun going off on Graves. Corky's going to get a couple auto attacks in. A little harass, actually walked away at about half health. And Riven's going to be a little passive right now. Definitely smart play when there's a Shaco on the other team. Shaco's very good at the early ganks, but if you shut him down early, not a big deal. Not really a big deal. Ward goes down in the bottom brush. Corky taking some massive damage from Graves. Interesting lane, bottom lane. Graves and Zilean. Not seen very often. Zilean is a viable support. Some people may argue that he doesn't bring much to the table other than his ultimate and speed buff, and that's really all he does. But giving your team a 6v5, I don't see what's wrong with that. Corky taking massive damage while Taric gets the stun off. Actually, maybe potentially life-saving stun. And Riven's going down. Uder's going to take a shot from the turret. Going to walk away. Turtle stance through the ignite, and is going to walk away with first blood. That was fantastic. Ahri flashing in. Jarvan's very low, saving Jarvan's life from the double buff Shaco. And then Swain's going to come in with the snare. Ahri sacrificing herself as they switch to her, and she's going to go down. It's going to bring blue team up to 2-0. Zilean bomb going off. Not going to do much damage, but it's going to get Corky a little low, just going to ticket him down. And blue team's off to a fantastic start. Shaco, I do believe, took Jarvan's red buff. And, Taric getting the stun underneath the turret on the Graves. But more Zilean bombs are going to come off, and they're actually going to have to, I believe he blew Summoner Heal for that. Let's, yeah, he did. He definitely did. So let's get back to directed camera here. So far, so good. It's actually, it's really responsive. We really have not missed anything. This is actually really nice. Now, it will never replace manual directing of the camera, but this is great. This is actually really good. Udyr taking a shot from the turret and some Riven harass. That's actually going to bring him down quite a bit. He's down to about, he lost about a third of his health, almost even half. He's got to be a little careful, but he's just going to turtle stance, auto attack his way back up there. Zilean doing a little zoning of his own. They're afraid to get near. They don't want to get bombed. They don't want to get those free harass on there. And Ahri getting the snare off. Shaco's ganking. And she's not going to... Yeah, that was just pretty easy for them. Nice Jack in the Box placement by Shaco. They're going to walk away with a kill, bringing blue team to 3-0. They're up about 1,300 gold, 1,300, whatever you want to call it. Pings are going bottom lane. Jarvan's ganking bottom lane. They're going to be able to smoke screen through that and just get away with no problem. That's the benefit to Zilean's support. He does have that massive speed buff, and he can put that massive slow on anyone. And that lasts for about 5 seconds at max rank, which is something that you really got to look out for. That's massive. That is huge. It's about 55% slow at 5 seconds. And we can see the farm is actually fairly, we can see that blue team, I do believe, is doing better in farm. Which is actually kind of surprising. Actually, no, it's not, because Shaco is at the 11 that I expected him to be. Ooh, Zilean bomb on the Corky. Will he go down here? Oh, so close. Wow. That Corky is just thanking Taric for just healing. Like, using his abilities, I know, but like, man, that Corky got really lucky there. Jarvan heading top lane. Riven doing some harass, kind of baiting the Udyr a little bit. trying to act like nothing's going on. There's not a Jarvan in the bush. Oh, wait, yeah, there is. Getting a knock-up on Udyr. Riven's going down, actually, though. Will Udyr take Riven down with her? And he does. They trade 1-for-1. That's actually going to go in Riven and Jarvan's favor, though, because Jarvan did get the assist. Ooh. Swain almost landing the snare on Ahri. But now he's going to back off. He gets hit by the Orb of Deception there, but he's going to be able to just heal that back up with his ult. In terms of middle lane, Swain and Ahri definitely kind of even. Swain's up by 10 CS. Actually, I lied. It's not very even. Swain is up 2 assists and about 10. Doing much better. Corki just tanking bombs all game. Swain getting hit by the charm. Shaco jumping in. Swain lands the snare and then just backs off because he's tanking turret. He doesn't want to take any more shots of that and get free harass. Risk dying. Good call. Good call backing off there. Corki's just going to farm it up. Graves at about 48 CS, so Corki's 34. And Corki's already had to go back because of those bombs. Definitely putting some big harass on him. And they're going to get Swain blue buff. Swain, one of the more blue buff dependent AP mids. He needs it because his ult just channels so much of his mana. I mean, sure, he does get his passive, and Zillion's taking damage from Corki, almost going down. Doesn't have his ultimate yet, so that could have been a really good time for Corki to get aggressive. And they're going in the bush. Looks like Tarek's on the move. He wants to make a play here. They ward that bush. They want to make sure that they don't get any lane ganks from the Shaco. And it looks like they're giving Ahri blue buff on the purple side. Jarvan's pretty low, and Udyr and Riven are going at it top lane. But not really much is happening. They're kind of very passive right now. Riven did get the Vamp Scepter, and Udyr already has his Wriggles. He's already 2-1. Ooh, the Graves ult goes off on Corki, taking him very low. Riven's just kind of showing Udyr that she's actually the king of this lane right now. The queen, rather. I'm sorry. Swain missing the snare. Just ulting, farming some minions, healing back up. Just showing, you know, I'm Swain. I'm really hard to deal with in lane. Corki, Valkyrieing onto the Zillion. Now's the time to kill him if they can. Zillion has no ult. Shaco box, gonna scare him away. And Zillion's gonna make it out alive. Good call, good play. Good job getting away. Look at me, I'm bad, LOL. Good call. Now, I really don't know what elo or anything we're at in this game so far. Seems pretty close in this game between these two teams. Shaco is definitely giving the blue team the early advantage. However, Shaco needs to keep doing that and give the kills to the other people in order for the team to actually keep going, because Shaco does actually fall off kind of later in the game once the laning phase is over. Now Swain's actually making a move to top lane. Looks like pings are going off from both teams. They're telling Riven to fall back. Shaco's going back in the jungle. The camera thinks that's important, and Graves is putting pressure on Corki bottom lane. Not really going to make anything happen here as far as I know. And Corki turns around, takes the buckshot. And, oh, Graves flashes into the turret, takes him down. Fantastic play. 5-1. Blue team's winning right now. They're up about 2,000 gold. That was a fantastic play. Great flash. Don't know what Corki was doing there, but it definitely worked out in Graves' favor. Corki didn't even use his heal. I think that's what he was trying to do, but just did not expect to take that much damage in that much time. Riven and Udyr kind of trading back and forth. Riven's actually taking the brunt of all of this. Bearman chasing Riven. Not going to catch up to her. She's just too agile with all of her bounces and whatever you want to call them. I call it dancing. Now Udyr's putting some good harassment on Riven. Actually looks like every time Riven's going in for the last hits, Udyr's just in there with turtle stance, just showing her what's up. Jarvan and Shaco are both mid, but right now the director thinks farming top, and here you go. Now we can see what's going on. Both teams stalemate. Blue team knows Jarvan is there, but oh, and they both teams know the junglers are there, and nothing's gonna happen. Both AP carries are just kind of hanging out, being passive because they know the junglers are there. So that was kind of an interesting stalemate there. Nothing really happened. That was very, actually kind of comedic. And there hasn't really been much play towards Dragon. I think that might be coming soon if Swain can land the snare here. This is good news. And Jarvan ults on to Udyr. Udyr's going to try to get away. She's running bear stance away. Riven, has she used her ult yet? She did pop it, but did she activate it? Jarvan getting some last poke in. Riven diving turret, but he's going to back off. And as we jump to bottom lane to watch Corki farm, Ahri did come top lane to kind of try to come help out. I'd like to know what's happening on there, but right now we're watching Corki harass with his ultimate. Shaco did go bottom lane. Oh, and they baited that perfectly. Corki just gets dropped, and is with the combination of Flash and Valkyrie, he's gonna get away. But Taric is also gonna get away. Shaco trying to dive there. That's kind of risky. He almost died there. If Taric got a nice stun off, that would have been over for him. And pings are going down for Dragon. Looks like Shaco might be interested in trying to get that, since they forced Corki back. Swain is top lane. Does Riven know he's there? Udyr doing a good job at just maintaining his poker face. There's not a giant Raven man in my bush. No, there's not. I am just farming away. Not a big deal. Initiate on me into the Swain snare. Dropping everything. The Swain ult comes off. The heal from Riven comes, but it's just not enough. She had the ignite on him. It's not going to do anything. Swain walks away with a kill, bringing blue team up 6-1. They're up to about 2.5 thousand gold lead. Not bad, but purple team is still in this. But it's just not looking good right now. They need to be a little careful. The ward coverage for purple team top lane, not too fantastic. But Riven did pick up some wards and has a good call. Good call on the Merc Treads for Riven. Definitely don't want to take the Udyr stuns and get the magic resist, because Tiger Udyr does actually do a lot of magic damage. And if you can kind of just reduce that as much as possible, it's going to make laning for her much easier. Shaco's giving the blue buff to Swain, and Jarvan's about to get ready to give it to Ahri, so they're about even in timing with there. And I do believe the blue team took the dragon while we were watching top lane, I believe, farm. So that's going to be up at about, I would say about 18 minutes or so. And then all the lanes are going to kind of fall back to the farming here, so we can kind of look at items. Swain's going for the Rod of Ages, and Swain's going harass. He's popping the ult on Ahri. Ahri lighting some spells and just falls back. This guy is going to get away. Shaco kind of looked like he wanted to go there, and so did Jarvan, and Taric's landing the stun. Corki's doing massive damage to Graves. Graves ults in response. Very low zillions there, though. He actually, his ult's on cooldown. Jarvan and Ahri crashing bottom lane, and Shaco's ganking top. Riven's at half health. Will they dive? They're gonna dive here. Udyr tanking turret, gets the stun off from Riven, and she dies. She dashes away, jumping to bottom lane. Zillion bomb going on to Jarvan. Looks like Shaco got the kill top lane. 4 people bottom lane. Swain did come down. Is gonna put some harass on Ahri, keeping her off the Graves. Swain ult going off, lands the charm on Swain, and Corki's gonna get the kill on Swain, getting his blue buff. He's just gonna spam that ultimate. Will he be able to take down Graves? Looks like a no right now. Zillion is just kind of afraid right now. There are 4 people there. They can dive either of them. And his ultimate is almost back up. Meanwhile, Shaco and Udyr are going to be pushing top hard. There's 4 bottom lane. And so now, and the big damage goes on Zillion. He doesn't get that ult off. It wasn't on cooldown. And then Graves taking massive damage right now. Who's going to get the kill? It's going to be Corki. Now, purple team, that was such a fantastic engagement for them. They walked away with only losing Riven top lane. Now they're going to get the bottom turret. Hopefully they don't lose the top turret. Now, ooh, Shaco taking massive damage, gonna deceive away, and then Riven's gonna run back to the turret after taking the Udyr stun. Now, as I was saying, purple team took the bottom turret, killed about 3 of blue team's players, got them back into the game, and they didn't lose anyone other than Riven top lane. That's fantastic. That was good play. That's gonna get them back in there. Now they're less than 2,000 gold behind after that, and they did take the blue buff away from Swain. And that's important. He's very blue dependent. He's not as blue dependent as, say, a Nivea, but he definitely likes it. We'll just say that. Now all the lanes kind of going back to farming here. Does anyone really have any big items right now? Udyr's got a Wriggles and a Wit's End. That's actually interesting. He's pretty farmed at this point. He's got 88 to Riven's 69. Riven really does not have any items right now. I don't really know what she's going for. She's saving up for a BF sword. We can kind of check the gold here. Yeah, she's at about 1,000. If I had to say so, she's saving up for that BF sword. Riven's usually tend to like to build all the Bloodthirsters. It's a pretty solid build. And Udyr putting some damage on Jarvan. Jarvan's going to flag away. Ahri missing the charm. That could spell disaster for Jarvan, who's still getting chased by the Udyr walking into the terror stun. Jarvan ulted right there. Ahri's going to follow up. Jarvan might still go down here though. Swain landing the snare. Udyr takes Jarvan down. Udyr just sitting on Ahri, getting the double kill, and will they pick up Taric as well? Taric is on the move. He gets the stun. Riven's in pursuit. If they dive here, this is bad news. Swain is tanking the turret. Luckily for them, Riven gets the ult off, and Riven's going to pick up the kill on Udyr, shutting him down, getting the double buff, and Riven's still in pursuit for Swain, but I don't think she'll catch up to him, and 3 people are pushing bottom. They're diving onto Corki, but they're just going to take this turret. It's actually a good play there. Now blue team's going to walk away with another turret from there. About even in terms of kills from that engagement, and Riven's there. Is Riven going to do something? Corki trying to ult for harass. Taric interested. If Taric could land a stun there, that could be a good engage for them. But they know that not Baron, Dragon's up soon. The wards are going down. Graves putting some damage onto Taric. Getting stunned by Riven. Oh, this could be bad. Shaco putting damage onto Taric, and Graves is going to clean that up, get the kill. Jarvan's back. Jarvan wants some. Throwing the flag down. Kind of walking away now. And Ahri wants a piece. She's running over there. They all know Dragon's up soon. They're kind of camping out right now. Udyr's going to push out top, kind of get some good pressure. So this is purple team's time to kind of put press. And Ahri's going to land all of her stuff on Zilean, popping his ultimate. This still could be bad for Zilean. Yeah, he's going to go down there. Ahri's going to pick up the kill, bringing it to 10-6. In favor of the blue team. Still very close. Still anyone's game right now. And we see, yes, Riven did pick up that BF sword. Corki really doesn't have any major items, still rocking the 3 Dorans, but is keeping up with Graves in CS there. Supports, not really much going on. Taric got the Chalice, and big damage is going on Ahri. Swain running in. Nothing landed though, nothing getting there. She's going to be able to just walk away. Udyr lands a stun on Riven. Riven's just going to dash away, not a problem, just getting some harass. Shaco does have those mobility boots, lets him get around the jungle faster, get to those ganks. I like that play. Jarvan coming top lane, misses his knock-up, and they're just going to be able to walk away. Graves getting snared, stunned, under turret, is going to dash away, and he's going to be able to escape very luckily there. Purple team landed some great crowd control on Graves. Nothing they can do. Pings are going up for the blue buffs, but Dragon is up. Blue team not in a good spot because Graves has to go back. Or he has to heal up. He's going to try to heal up off of these minions so that he doesn't have to go back for the dragon. I'm wondering which teams are going to make a move there. It's really anyone's game right now. Blue seems to be losing the team fights a little bit. Purple team is doing some good catches there. And they're going to help Ahri get that blue buff. Graves actually is healing quite a bit with that Zeal. Pickaxe and Vamp Scepter. Swain opting for the Sork Boots, the Rod of Ages. He's pretty tanky at this point. Rod of Ages is such a fantastic item on Swain. Gives him the mana he needs. He needs a lot of mana since he's very mana hungry. Also gives him the health he needs to survive. Swain has to be in kind of melee range in order to land his... And Zilean getting taunted into the Jarvan knockup. Jarvan tries to ult on him, he flashes out. And Ahri goes down to half, but Zilean almost dies. Ahri landing some ultimates after the Taric stun, but Ahri is going to go down to the Swain. Graves might be next here. Jarvan picks up the kill on Graves. Uh-oh, Taric's going down to Swain. Swain is putting massive damage on there, and the stun goes off. Will Jarvan get to Zilean in time? Zilean bombs are going off. Swain's getting the slow off, misses the snare, and Shaco picks up the kill on Taric. Now Corki, oh, he's going in. Riven coming in there. Actually attacking the wrong Shaco, almost putting Corki very low there. He's not in a good spot. He needs to be careful. Now I think we can all agree at this point, this director's mode is actually way better than I expected. This is fantastic. I mean, yeah, there were a couple hiccups and like times where I would have liked to look at something else, and I could have done that. But this is actually a really good mode, and this is fantastic. This is perfect for just if you wanted to sit with your friend, sit down. You know, my friend's playing a game. I don't want to wait for him, and I just want to kind of chillax. I can want to chill out. Corki's going back in that bush as Udyr takes the red. Riven's going to try to contest that. Not really anything going on. Pings are going on him, but I think he's going to escape. Not a problem. But like I was saying, it's such a good mode. This is such a good thing, if you just want to sit there, watch your friends play while you wait for them to maybe get out of a game, you can just sit there, not have to push any buttons, and you can get a good viewing experience. And I think this is fantastic. Great job to Riot. And this is just a video, if you just tuned in or just forgot, this is just me showcasing this, seeing how good it is. And big damage going on Shaco. He's going to be able to deceive away, and Ari's going to dash through the wall, getting there. Zillion's going to have to ult himself. Swain's trying to get the soul on Riven, try to get the harass, get him off Zillion. Zillion's going to try to speed away there, and Riven off camera, actually does take down the Zillion. Udyr running after that Taric, wants to get that Oracle's done while Jarvan ults onto Graves. Graves trying to auto attack through all the damage, and Graves is going to take down Jarvan. Switching over to Taric. Looks like Udyr's taking massive damage. An Ignite goes off. He does not go down. And he's going to try to kill Wolves while Swain waits in the bush. Riven knows he's there. Going after him. Getting the stun off Graves. Is trying to pump out as much damage as possible while Corki Valkyrie's in. Lands a big one ult. And going to pick up the ult. Pick up the kill on Swain. Massive damage. Good charm by Ahri there. Landing it on the Swain. Keeping him in range for Corki to pick up that kill, getting the blue buff, and just going to make it way easier for him to spam his ultimate and really just pump out that massive damage. And they know they're there. The Valkyrie comes off the ult. Will Taric get the stun off? And the Jack-in-the-Box might be life-saving here. While Udyr takes the wrong turn. He's going to get caught by the Riven, and they're actually going to make it to the turret. Ahri going crazy, trying to land that charm. It's going to fall back. Now the team's just going to steal blue team's red buff. And they're going to do that without contest. I don't really know who got the dragon there. Oh, wow. Graves getting picked off in the jungle. And Corki's going to Valkyrie towards the Udyr. Going to try to pick him off. What was Graves doing there? Oh, man. They were just in my jungle. I better go face check it. Just to make sure that they're still there. And Jarvan trying to put some damage on top turret, trying to take that turret. That turret's actually been up for a long time, and blue team just doesn't want any of it. Understandably, I don't want to lose my turret. Now purple team's going to kind of fall back here. Udyr's working on his frozen heart. Shaco's might be working on his, I think he's trying to go for a Trinity Force here. Swain got some Hex Tech revolver action. Corki does have the Infinity's Edge. Graves, not so much. Swain getting the slow off. Zillion speed buffs him. The Ignite goes on Taric. Some Zillion bombs. Taric's going to be fine, though. Riven scaring him off. Ahri missing the charm. Swain countering the missed charm with a missed snare. And Graves just kind of shows up to show off his shooting ability. He is... Yep, good job. Jarvan using his knockup, going in there, farming some minions. And they're just going to walk away. Ahri going for the Rylai's, which I think is a fantastic play. One of my favorite things to build on her first. She is really behind in farm, though, so she's not really close to being done. Right now, she has very little damage output. Really, all she has are 2 Doran's Rings, her Sork Boots, and Amp Tome. I mean, the Giant's Belt doesn't help her pump out damage, helps her stay alive, but that's not really going to get her anywhere. So Swain's definitely going to be a bigger threat than Ahri, who's 1-4 right now. But keep in mind, she does do the true damage, which is very nice, which does mean at least she is a threat. And Riven does have one of the Bloodthirsters. Will she go for more than one? Swain lands the snare onto Corki. He might go. He's going to go down to the bomb. Actually went down to the Swain dot there. That was a good play by them. Fantastic catch. Great snare. Gonna walk away. Ahri missing the charm. That would have just spelled death for Graves. And Jarvan and Shaco are kind of doing the jungle tango there. Just kind of hanging out. Just hanging out. That's really all they were doing. Nothing exciting happened. Swain clearing the wave with his ultimate there. Turning into the giant scary Raven that we all know and love him to become. And Udyr putting massive damage on Ahri. She's going to have to ultimate away. She might actually get away while blue team is diving the turret, taking down Riven. Udyr actually picks up the kill on Ahri while Swain kills Riven. This is putting blue team in a perfect place right now. They can push top and mid, 16-10. They are up 4,000 gold right now. The fake Shaco dies, and then the Taric stun lands on Graves, which is irrelevant. Snare goes off on Jarvan. Oh, he's going to go down. He tried to ultimate right at the last second, just didn't get anywhere. Swain taking massive damage, going to have to back off there. Graves pumping out damage onto the turret, trying to take it down, and they're just going to back off. That's a safe play while Udyr split pushes top. He's going to get it. Tarek just can't stop him at this point. He's going to get that turret. He's tanking it a little bit. Will he turn and try to get... Oh, Corki is here. Udyr might die, but it's going to be worth it because he did get that top turret. And, yep, here comes the Valkyrie. Corki's going to pick up that kill. And I think Udyr was trying to make it so that Tarek would get that kill. Try to kind of deny Corki that gold. Didn't make that happen, though. But we can see Ahri did pick up that Rylai's. Gonna let her do some damage. Now, the reason I like that first on Ahri is it's going to give her more crowd control. It's not a hard crowd control, but it's going to make it so that she can like permanently slow someone. With the low cooldowns to her Q and her W, if she's able to just hit every single one of her abilities, she can permanently slow someone. So it's such a great pickup. But in this matchup against Swain, I probably would have went at least like a Hex Tech first, and then went for the Rylai's, just so that I would have the sustain that Swain has at the same time. Now we can see in farm, let's check the gold totals here. Yeah, definitely blue team is winning, which is kind of the point here. They definitely have more items, and they're going to try to force Baron. Does purple team know? They do know. They are trying to converge, but Jarvan caught way out of position. The smite is not even close. They're going to get it down. They have to hope on this Riven ult here. She might actually get it. If she gets it, oh no, the blue team picks it up and Riven just kind of dashes into her death. It was a close call. Ahri lands the charm onto Udyr, who is speed buffed by the Zillion, lands the stun, big damage going on Ahri. She's gonna get away, she ults away, Jarvan ult right onto all of them. Oh, and the Zillion ult comes off clutch on Udyr. Udyr's just gonna charge back in, sits on the Ahri. Shaco picking up the Ahri kill, Graves picking up the Jarvan kill, and Ahri's gonna take down Udyr. Swain's gonna pick up the kill on Corki, and Shaco is gonna finish off Tarek, acing the team. That was a fantastic play. That almost worked in purple team's favor, but the Zillion ult, the game changer, the ult on to Udyr. Let him die, get back into the game, and then just walked right up to Corki and Ahri and just said, hey, what's up? I'm a man, bear, pig, turtle thing. I do damage and I'm disruptive. And they just had no response to that after that. Definitely the wrong person you want to be focusing, but that means Udyr was doing his job at just being disruptive. If he died, then that just shows that his team did the right thing in that fight. Right now, purple team needs to really focus. They're way behind. They still can win this technically. It would take a lot of mistakes from blue and not many from purple, but they can actually come back. Now, right now, blue team's just going to go through the jungle, pick up all of the objectives that they can. Right now, purple team just is not in a position where they can really do anything. They need to be careful in their own jungle, and when you get to that point, that's scary. That's scary when you can't even go kill your wolves, feeling safe and secure inside. Swain picking up that needlessly large rod. Looks like he's going for the Hourglass, which is a great pickup because with the Hourglass, with Swain's ultimate, if he's in Raven form and he is invulnerable, he still sends crows out. So he's still doing damage while invulnerable. Not a ton of damage, but it's still doing damage, which is fantastic, and healing him up. Jarvan's got the Randuin's Omen. Not bad. Not bad, especially against Udyr. Definitely need the slow on him. That's how you beat Udyr. You just slow him down. Not much going on in terms of the purple team having answers to Udyr charging in. Coincidentally enough, good person to do that, Zillion. Too bad he's not on purple team. And I just want to say one more time before I think this game might be over soon. This is fantastic. Ryan, this is a great feature. Like I said, if you just want to sit there and watch your friend play, this is perfect. And ooh, Tarek getting caught. Lands the stun on Swain. They're actually going to go in. Purple team's going to go in on this. Oh, the big damage goes on Corki. He's going to Valkyrie away. He's going to live. And ooh, Udyr does take down the Corki. And then Graves takes down the Graves. Or Graves takes down the Tarek. And the Swain takes down Jarvan. They are in pursuit. Shaco slows Riven, pumping out massive damage on her. And the surrender vote does go off. Purple team is going to surrender. And I guess what we can learn from this, the whole point of this video was to just kind of showcase how good directed camera is. And it really is good. It really is fantastic. Great job, right? It is not to the point where in professional tournament games, no one will have to run the camera, it'll just be directed. It's not up there, and I don't really ever expect it to be. But for just drop-in spectator mode, it is fantastic. So great job. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your caster, Azel Tyler. Follow me on YouTube if you would like. You're watching it on YouTube, so you might as well follow me. I'm going to try to make more videos like this. You can also follow me on Twitter, and I also stream on Twitch. So you can find me there at Azel TV. So thanks for tuning in. See you next time.